Hi, how's it going? My name is Monet. I'm a homeschool mom. I'm a wifey. I am a sister. I don't know. We have all kinds of hats, right? But in any case, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. So I'm going to talk about just a little chat of what's on my mind and what's the goal? What's the whole purpose of sharing your stories, sharing your videos, sharing overall? And as a homeschool mom, we have so many different, like I said, so many different hats that we wear, and there's a lot of pressure. We have to adjust and juggle. In any case, this morning it wasn't perfect. My husband took over my homeschool dining room to play a board game, but this is not just a typical board game. We love our miniature whole setup. Think of tabletop kind of gaming. And he took over, and I didn't think about it. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna need that table. So I don't know. That alone threw me off. But I'm gonna let him do it because he kind of needs it, a break. And I don't know. I think because of that, I got a little lazy. I was preoccupied with other things. Christmas, I got junk everywhere. It's like Christmas, and not able to put that away. Not able to move from the next step, I guess, in life, in season. Not in life, in season. Well, I guess in life too, but in any case, what I can do is try to be consistent. Consistency, I always heard, was key, was always, sorry, someone's sending me something, is always key. And, is going to just keep pressing play when you're working out. If you work out with videos, just keep showing up. So I am showing up. I have my Bible. I have a poetry book I'm reading in the morning, and then in Commonplacing. Basically, I read and able to do scriptures. Hi. So we got kids over here going around, and I, being able to start a new book or reread a book is wonderful. That's a big goal. Reading the books I haven't finished that are not on my to-be read pile, my TBR pile, but honestly is to make sure I finish it, or just reread it because you want to remember things. And that's something that I learned in, was it The Educated Mind from Susan Weisbauer, not Susanna, Susan Weisbauer. You're going to read a book, and to be educated, you're going to read it maybe like 3 times. You're going to read it first, then a second time, you can do your outline, and the third, you do your criticism. So I'm just going to be probably rereading the best books that I like. But yeah, consistency. I'm trying to practice a poetry, channeling my inner Cindy Rollins, just reading poetry every day in my mother culture. And I'm doing Bradstreet because, this is a chunky book. There's a lot in here. I got introduced to Bradstreet. I don't even know. I think it was another homeschool mom. And I just fell in love with her writing. And as a Puritans, I just started interested in just the different Puritans in history. So her writing is great. I'm in the middle of it. I'm reading about the monarchs. I'm enjoying it. I'm commonplacing it. And if you don't know what commonplacing is, there's no really wrong or right way. You will adjust. So I'll probably adjust, and I always adjust because I think that's my personality, is to change things. It's not the best, but basically I just wrote out the poem. I wrote out what the title is, the date, who it is, and I'm just going to one of these sections. That's what's great about these little divider notebooks, that I can put, okay, one section is going to be all my poetry from the turn of the century, or maybe I'm going to do Renaissance poetry, whatever it may be, or English poetry, I'm loving this notebook for my commonplace poetry. And of course I have like my pencils and whatnot. But the whole purpose, going back from before, what is the purpose of not my life, because I'm a mom, I'm a wifey, but what do I want to share? What kind of community do I want to either create or just be a part of? And the biggest thing is just an educated community. And a community, it's wet. Okay, why don't you just put it there and I'll dry it. But a community where moms are self-educating themselves and they're reading the best books, they're reading beautiful literature, they are writing, they're even practicing their handwriting. I bought some pens. I'm probably going to show them off. I bought this like fountain pen. I should be getting it tomorrow. That's retractable, but it's a fountain pen. I'm like, that's great. It's cool. It was like $30, but it comes with refills and I'm going to be good for a while, but it's cute, very pastel-y. I love pastel colors. As you can see, I have all kinds of pastel colors. Anywho, yes, so that's something that I want to be a part of. I really want a community that I am reading great books. We are sharing our commonplace. I'm lucky. Shout out to my friend Candace, who she's not a homeschool mom, but she has a homeschool mom spirit because she's all about Charlotte Mason and she's all about nature study, which I need to get into more. I'm such an indoor kid. I got to get out more. But she is someone who motivates me without knowing she motivates me. She's a junior high teacher. And where is she at? Bell Gardens or Bellflower? I don't know. It's LA, but it's like, it's more East LA. But in any case, she has that spirit and we partner together with reading a book. We're doing Dracula right now. We're not reading at the same time. She's ahead of me, but I read on my Kindle at night with my daughter while I put her to bed. But we get to share that common interest of commonplacing. She'll text me, this is my commonplace quote, or she'll tell me, you know, the most beautiful thing is she sent me a drawing of the bird that she was observing, you know, outside. And I love that. So I have that sister, I have that girlfriend, and she comes to my church. And that's even I think I just got it all with her. We just don't get to homeschool our kids because her kids are in public school and she's a teacher full-time. So she has to work. So do I. But for me, and I don't know if anyone talks about this, when you homeschool and you're one income, you sacrifice and it's hard. And when both parents, like my husband and I, are both unemployed and trying to figure that out, we have to create our own business. So that is something new for me. And I probably won't put it on this channel because it's not relevant to homeschool, but I am going into screen printing and doing printing. I grew up with it with my dad. Since the 80s, he's been a screen printer, and that's something that's always brought in income. This is a side note, but that's a new adventure for me. I've never had my own business in that sense. So yes, I do like Amazon affiliates, like whatever I post on here, like here's the book that I'm reading. If you guys want it, I may get something. And that's after like a while, if it qualifies, right? But something that is creative and that is a service, I'm trying that out. I have to because I homeschool. So I got to be creative, and I'm going to be learning how to, I mean, I know how to do it a little bit because I've seen it my whole life. I mean, like I said, I'm 40 now, but I've seen it since the 80s of how to do all that. And now there's new things, new techniques. There is, they do all kinds of techniques. I'm going to learn all of it. I have it here. Now I just got to implement it with homeschooling. So that's another thing. How do you do something, make a business, you're homeschooling, you're doing other things, you are proactive in your community, as in like your church community. That's easy for me because I go to a small church and I love it. But and we just kind of serve each other, and that's where it's very new for me. If anybody knows, you'll probably be seeing the books I'm reading. I'm newly reformed in my in my denomination, so it's different. It's a different aspect. But I love it. In any case, what is it? The purpose? I would love a community of parents, not just moms. I really love talking to fathers. My pastor is one of those. He's someone who is very much into, you hear it in his word, in the preaching or his teaching, because he doesn't really preach at it, but teach, of just getting literary voices and to present it it goes with the gospel, whatever it may be. And so, yeah, I would love that community even more, to see that more or encourage that more, for having a literary community, a literary homes, more homes with the desire to have wonder, the desire to have curiosity, the desire to learn, the desire to read more. And I think that's what it is, the desire to read more, because with that, you are kind of refreshing your brain. At least I've seen that. My husband's an artist. The more he reads, you have these new ideas, juicy ideas, like, oh my God, what about this? And we're a high fantasy family, so we love all that. And with the high fantasy kind of drawings and all that, there's so much you can do. In any case, I know this is kind of like a tangent chat, but that's what I just wanted to share. No matter what season it is after Christmas, and we're getting back to the homeschool, always being consistent with reading the word, scripture, praying it. I'm praying it. Reading some poetry, and then reading some other books, building up the community, and also being able to start the business, do what you gotta do. Sorry, my daughters are just throwing it. But yeah, that's all I want to say. That's our homeschool update. This is more of a chat, what we're doing. I am loving Beautiful Feet. This is curriculum stuff. Beautiful Feet. We added geography in it. Even though I have Ambleside Online, I added it because with Ambleside Online, I'm stretching out the readings to go into the whole year. And I took out maybe one book, but I'm keeping like the main book. So we're doing Marco Polo and Leonardo da Vinci for history, biography. And my charter does require multiple subjects, so to turn in. And then I just added, and I don't even have to use the whole thing, but I added the Beautiful Feet because my charter did pay for it. Thank goodness. On my own, I probably wouldn't do it, but I'm glad I'm discovering these living books. We are doing their geography program for 3rd grade. It's K through 3, and they're picture books. It's interesting because I'm having to read these books that are not traditional. We're going through Anno's China. So Anno has these drawings. First, you have the drawings, and you're looking at these drawings that he is imitating from a very famous artist, and not artist, a famous piece of art. And then the back of the book, it talks about those scenes. So it's for a picture book, it's taking us a while because we're just soaking up all the pictures and juicy discussions. I say juicy because I get that from Julie Bogart, but these great conversations like, oh, what is that? What do you think it was like in that time period, in this age? What is that? Is this location even there? Let's look it up. So we love it. It's now being able to present it to the state of California. Like, how do I do this? Because a lot of it's narration. That's on me. I got to figure that out with my teacher. But in any case, I hope this encourages you, anybody who's watching this, if you homeschool, if you don't homeschool, who's just curious about reading and having more of a literary life. Things I do recommend, and I hope I want everyone to discover, if you don't already have discovered it, was I love the Literary Life podcast because I can follow along with some of the books I've read or am reading or want to read. I can follow along with their little mini discussions about the books. And also they have challenges. Like okay, this year this is a list of genres or like you want to read, whatever it may be. So Literary Life Podcast, definitely encourage getting some great pens. I'm probably going to want to show off like a video of like pens I'm collecting that I liked. It's not a lot of them, but I'm collecting them and see how you just feel great using your handwriting skills. You're just practicing, or you need to practice your handwriting. Just getting a bunch of journals and notebooks. Every Mother's Day, every time there is a gift, just get me a notebook. Give me some books and a notebook and I'm happy. And then hopefully you're curious about poetry. I'm reading Anne Bradstreet, and I'm actually enjoying William Blake because of Ambleside Online. I'm reading these poets I've never read before. I don't come from home educated or like even just a formal education on poetry. I'm exposed to it for the first time. So I'm enjoying William Blake. I read William Blake every day to my kids for their curriculum, just to enjoy. Anne Bradstreet is just for me to enjoy. And then whatever poetry that we are soaking in, especially with, the Psalms from scripture. Love it. And I don't know what else we were talking about. Black cup of coffee. Oh, I will put some links if you're interested. This has been my week so far because I do Amazon. That's different. It's not this channel. It's something else. It's on my storefront. I'll put my storefront if you're interested. A lot of my books that I do, I'll do like a under 5 minute little quick review why I like it. But I did get this coffee, and it just reminded me because it was the first time I had real coffee before. Because this coffee was tiny and very fresh, and they roasted it. I'm like, why is it taking it like a little longer for it to arrive to my house? It took about a week, or it felt like a week, yeah. But I ordered it, and it was roasted right when I ordered it, and it was great. I don't know if I could put like a picture here, or maybe a picture here, but I'm gonna put that coffee. Do I have it still? I know I must have finished. I finished it. I'm in my kitchen. I finished it. I'm gonna have to find the picture. I know I have a picture somewhere. Darn it, I finished it. And then I took these mushroom gummies. They ran out. I'm gonna go ahead and contact the company. They sent it to me so I can do like a little review. And I really enjoy these mushroom gummies, and they sold out. So I gotta find out. But these gummies were great because it has all like the mushrooms, all of them, and then ashwagandha in it, which for me, I've always had like anxiety, naturally anxious, and I just took 2. You could take more, but I just take 2 the day. I'm like, why do I feel so focused? Why do I feel so great? And I'm like, I feel really great. I'm like really ready to do something. So I'll put a link to their because I think they're legit. They're really legit. People miss them. The gummies are gone because they have to probably make more, but I know that they have drops, and it's been helping. So the drops of nature, that's what it is. Drops of nature. And what else? Yeah, the coffee, real coffee I've never had before, and that was wonderful. And yeah, so that's it. I know this is a long video. Sorry, this is just a chat, what I'm enjoying, and I hope I get to hear what you guys are reading and what you guys love to stir up that wonder. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.